Hey, this is Leslie. I have a word for you. One of my lovely subscribers reached out to me for prayer, and I, of course, won't get into the specifics of any of that. But what the Lord had me share with this individual, I believe, was not just for this individual, but for many others as well. There's a situation in which God wants you to get out, remove yourself from the people and the place that you're in, and there's an urgency behind it. And what he did was he led me to Genesis 19. He just kind of reminded me of the story of Lot and his family, and how the two angels came to Sodom to destroy the city. Okay, I don't know the specific, you know, situation for you, but there is a date, a destiny, if you will, that God has for you. Okay. And there's also a destiny that God has for the place that you're in, the people that you're around. And these destinies are very much polar opposites. Okay. God is trying to get you to move to a place, let's say like a land of milk and honey. He wants you to go to a place where there's an assignment for you, where there is more for you, where there is no lack, but there is abundance, right? On the flip side of that, there's a destiny, a date of destiny for some people that is death. I don't know how else to say that other than to say that, okay? Sodom and Gomorrah was a place destined for death. And God gave Lot and his family, through the angels, the ability to be able to leave. There are some of you that are delaying what God has, the destiny that God has for this certain place, for these certain people. And, you may have emotional attachments and things, relationships with this place and these people. But God is saying that it's done and it's over. And he's done playing. He's done allowing certain things to go on. He may have even showed you this, told you this, okay? But you have to get out. There's no more time for you to, this thing is happening, whether you decide to leave or not. In the story, the angels basically told Lot, get your son-in-law, get your sons, get your daughters, whomever you have in this city, take them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the outcry against them has grown great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it. The Lord is not going to relent in what he has said he's going to do to this place, to these people. Okay. And so the longer you stay, God has held up the punishment, the judgment for a while, because you are there. But after a while, he's not going to do that anymore, any longer. He's going to do what he said he's going to do regardless. So you only have a small amount of time. You've only got a small window of time to do what he told you to do, which is go. Okay, the angels told Lot and his family to go and not to look back. Now we know that Lot and his daughters didn't look back, but his wife did. So she became a casualty of what she wanted to stay in. God says you cannot afford to stay in that place anymore. You cannot afford to stay in that physical place, in that spiritual place, mental place, emotional place. This you got to go. You got to run. You got to run for the hills. You got to run for the mountains. Okay. God is saying that wherever he has told you you are supposed to go, you need to get there expeditiously. You need to get there quickly, with some type of urgency, with some type of expectation, because he's ready to destroy this place. Okay. The angels told Lot, we're going to destroy this place in the morning. When morning was dawning, Lot and his family were escaping. You've got to escape, okay? The angel literally said, escape for your life. Do not look behind you, nor stay anywhere in the plain. Escape to the mountains, lest you be destroyed. Because you've been given the warning. Whatever happens at this point happens. God is going to destroy that place. God is going to destroy those people. You don't have time to look back and to try to see the tragedy take place. You don't, that's out of your control. That's not a part of your concern. What you need to do is move. What you need to do is get out of there. God wants you to be far away from that. What I responded to The subscriber was, I felt like God was saying, when I drop the bomb, you don't want to, you think about when a bomb is dropped on a place, there's I don't know what the correct word is for it, but when a bomb is dropped, there's like it's not just right here in this center. It just, the damage, the destruction doesn't just happen there. There is an onslaught, if you will. There's there can be destruction for miles and miles outside of where the actual bomb was dropped. There's a reason why God is trying to tell you to get far, far away. He doesn't want you to feel the effects of what's going on. It's not good enough for you to just get outside of the town. It's not good enough for you to just stop talking to these people on the phone. It's not good enough for you. You have to get away. You have to completely disconnect, okay? Because God says, I'm destroying this thing, and you don't have time to sit around and to try to pull more people out. You have to go when I say go. And because you won't do that, you're going to get caught up in what you were never supposed to be a part of. God says, remove yourself from this situation now, as quickly as possible. And I know some are going to say, well, I can't just up and leave like that. You've got to do, by any means necessary, you got to get up out of that thing as quickly as possible. Because when dawn comes, so is the destruction. So is the impending doom. You don't have time to wait. I hope this is making sense. I'm not supposed to say that anymore. For who it's for, it's making sense, okay? I want to make sure I got everything, or I said what I feel like the Lord is saying. I think that's it. It'll make sense for who it's for. If you're not familiar with the story, go to Genesis 19. That's where it begins. Don't stay in that place. If God has told you to leave, and you may think it's not that serious, or I have time, you don't have time, because you don't understand who your destiny is attached to. There's a place that God, for many, there's a place where God has told you literally that's where you need to go. And there's destiny attached for you there. There's destiny in this place that you're in, but it's not the destiny that God has for you. There's literally death in this place. Things and people are dying. They're going to die. Okay? And that may feel harsh, but that's just the truth. They're going to die, and it's not your portion to die now. It's not your time. And the only reason why they haven't yet is because God is allowing you time to get out. But after a while, he's going to say time is up. So you don't want to still be in that place when time is up. You want to be far, far away so that you cannot feel the effects of what's going to happen. And there's nothing for you to see, and there's nothing for you to know. All you need to do is be about your Father's work, fulfilling the assignment that he's giving you. And you may hear about it, after, in the aftermath. Okay, you may find out about what happened. It doesn't matter. You still need to keep moving forward in what God has called you to, because your destiny is attached to somebody else, somewhere else. Wherever God has told you to go, that's where you need to be. And that's the word.